The science activity that I decided to discuss was allowing the children to play with pumpkins. Well, a pumpkin volcano. And the pumpkin volcano included cooking pumpkin seeds afterwards. I believe that this is a great activity for both small and large groups. I did it last year with my kids during Halloween time. I asked the parents for donations for pumpkins for each parent to bring one pumpkin, a small pumpkin, because the children were 1 year old. And so I asked the parents to bring pumpkins, and when it was time for us to do the activity, I separated the kids. I had a group of 10 children, and I separated them into groups of 3. And so while 3 were doing the pumpkin volcano, then the other 7 were playing with and learning about pumpkins as well. I read the book if Mouse Had a Pumpkin. If you were to give a mouse a pumpkin, and then the 7 kids were being read to and discussing pumpkins while the children were learning about the pumpkin volcano. So the pumpkin volcano, it's very easy. It's a fun science activity, very simple. You just carve the pumpkin, the top of the pumpkin, take out all of the insides and the guts of the pumpkin, put baking soda in it and peroxide, and it automatically bubbles. And so I believe that that was an interesting science activity because the children saw the volcano erupt, and so it went from inside to all of the baking soda coming outside of the pumpkin. The children really enjoyed that. I allowed them to each touch it. Of course, we washed their hands afterwards just so they could feel it. I passed the pumpkin around so they could see how it was before and after. We discussed also how the pumpkin volcano could be used as something that we could draw. We could also use the pumpkin seeds inside and cook them. I discussed with the kids also about sensory activities because they were little. I didn't get much feedback, but it was an activity that they did enjoy because it was like a volcano erupting, and that was exciting for them. Another way that I could have involved parents, or you can involve parents in the activity, is by allowing parents to volunteer on that day and allow them to help you be the person to allow the volcano to erupt. I also believe them donating the pumpkins, also donating books about pumpkins or whichever big thing that you would like to use as a volcano. They could definitely donate. I also believe that incorporating the pumpkin with holidays or fall is very nice, and it allows you to talk to the children about different things having to do with the pumpkin. I know when fall comes around, October, I talk to my children about different fall things like